Hi, viewers. Today we present everything you wanted to know about the Vamba Tourism Project. And the man in the know is none other than Ambassador Gary Domingo, direct from Wellington. Magandang gabi, sir. There's a lot of mystery surrounding about the Vamba Tourism Project. I am intrigued. What exactly is Vamba Tourism and who is leading this project?
So one of the advocacies that has proven to be the most popular is promotion of tourism. And again, tourism is one of the priority industries back in the Philippines. So basically what that means is that, well, we have Vambas in different categories. Tourism has proven to be the most popular, but a close second is promotion, or related to Vamba tourism, is promotion of your particular region or city, such as, again, Cebu, Eastern Visayas, Cordilleras, Davao, in my case, Taguig City. Yay, Taguig. We have a training process. It's an open invitation, so who's interested in joining. But we had our first batch of orientation just this Saturday night via Zoom. And so that was the first stage, is to undergo the orientation for universal diplomacy and what being a Vamba is all about. And then your assignment is to actually give us your thoughts and ideas generally, and then come out with concrete project proposals.
Now, from your recent Zoom interviews with interested parties, sir, what are some of the key projects that you perceive to be looking promising in the future?
Well, actually, many of them, some were just very new to the project, and some I've been actually working with for the past few years. So one is Miss Christine Carson, who was a Tauranga-based Filipino Kiwi nurse, but she went back home to Cebu a few years ago and started her own her business called Shake and Slurp, which is now a successful chain of, if you remember, well, this is maybe before your parents were born, Mango Brutus. Well, they specialize in very healthy fruit shakes and other snacks, so it's a great franchise. But she also had developed her own online tourism, basically a travel tourism agency online. It's called starlegends.ph. So very much she's a model and inspiration for Vamba tourism. Then a good friend of ours is Miss Joyce Sokaw Alumno, who is Philippine-based. I got to know her because I was looking for friends and contacts in the tourism industry. And she's spearheading something called the Health, Retirement, and Tourism Alliance. It's Philippine-based, so it's an alliance of hospitals, clinics, hotels, and tour providers who are promoting health and retirement tourism to the Philippines. And one of their Filipino community supporters here in New Zealand is Miss Anne Brandt. Then another long-standing partner is the Leyte Samar Solidarity Foundation based in Auckland. So it's the Eastern Visayas community. And they have actually, we've been working together on planning a tour of the Eastern Visayas of Leyte and Samar sometime next year. Well, this was already in the works since last year, so unfortunately COVID-19, but hopefully by next year, we can pick up where we left off and pursue that tour next year. Then we have also friends, again, from the other regions I mentioned, Cebu, Davao, who are also very interested in developing something. So the idea is the Vambas will be promoting tourism here among neighbors, friends, classmates, among Kiwis, to help the efforts of the embassy and the government and the travel agency to get your friends and neighbors to come home to where it's more fun, our homeland, the Philippines.
That's true. It's more fun in the Philippines, sir.
Yes.
Is there a general timeline for those projects, considering the travel restrictions?
Well, of course, that's a bit difficult. So actually, the idea is, well, we will recover. So you're using this downtime. Actually, in a way, COVID-19, the lockdown, staying at home, had a benefit, had a silver lining in this cloud, in the sense that before we were too busy to do the orientation. Now we had the opportunity. So we're actually preparing for the time when the travel restrictions are lifted, so we can hit the ground running. So we're doing the prep. So we're now in preparation stage. However, right now, what we can do is help promote domestic tourism, both in New Zealand and in the Philippines, because again, many of our Well, obviously, yes, we many of us still have our friends and relatives back in the Philippines. So at least countries, although we're kind of sealed, we're sealed to the rest of the world. All our countries are trying to promote domestic tourism to help restart the economies. Of course, now it's a little tough in the Philippines, but I think gradually restrictions be lifted, so at least domestic tourism can be promoted for now. But here in New Zealand, is yeah, many of us are Kiwis. So again, there's a call to really to push for visiting and enjoying the sights and scenes of our own here, here in New Zealand. And but sadly, there have been a lot of layoffs of Filipino workers, particularly in Queenstown, which was really the heart of New Zealand tourism. So one way to help our kababayan who've been laid off is to do domestic tourism and visit Queenstown. So boost the economy. So that it will increase the opportunities and chances for our kababayan who are in the tourism industry to keep their jobs. But really, we're also taking this time then to do train and to develop projects as tourism Vambas, and so such time that we can really hit the ground running in having our friends load up on the planes and going to the Philippines to visit our wonderful sights and sounds and to experience world-class hospitality that's uniquely Pinoy.
Ambassador Gary Domingo for gracing this interview.
Okay, my great pleasure.
This is
Great.
Quinlan Hai reporting from Pinoy NZ Live.